This is a short video on the new T-line stem. The new T-line stem is the same design as the old S-type stem, but it has completely new features that make it a lot better. The first difference is where the clamp folds down. You'll notice on this bike you have a black portion here and then you have the hinge here. This allows the top portion of the stem to be pushed up, so when you fold it, the handlebar won't hit the bottom. And you might be saying, oh, the S-type, the handlebar doesn't hit the bottom. But this is the old S-type stem. If I match it up to the new T-line, this is the difference. You can actually see it's almost over 2 inches longer. This will give you a more stable ride. If you're taller or bigger, you have a lot more handlebar length. The new T-line handlebar is being held in by 4 bolts. The older design only had 1 bolt like this. By spreading the bolt pattern wider, you're able to have a stiffer handle to the stem attachment. This provides a much firmer ride, okay? And also, it's a lot easier to put the stem on and off. I've gotten this question a few times now, but the question would be, why didn't Brompton just make their old design out of titanium? And the reason is flexibility, or flex. The old design, if you switch materials to titanium, it flexes a lot. It's quite noticeable. The new T-line has a thicker diameter that will get rid of the flex, and also the length of the stem itself, it's much shorter on the new T-line compared to the old S-type. Those are 2 main differences that help strengthen the handlebar, and you get a really firm, solid feel. Also, the old Superlights came with the titanium fork, and the titanium fork is also flexible. This carbon fork on the T-line, it's hard, it's solid, and when you combine that to the new design handlebar and stem, you get such a rock solid feel. It's 100 times better. This is the Tight Parts Workshop titanium stem, and you can see it's about 14 inches from the middle of the clamp to the handlebar. Okay, and from the middle of the clamp on the T-line to the stem, it's about 13. And the diameter of the T-line, it's about 4 inches and 6/8. On the standard S-type diameter, it's 4 inches and 3/8. The stock S-type, it is definitely a lot thinner. Now the hinge on the stem itself, you'll see a big difference. The old one, it's 1 single pin that goes throughout the whole thing, and it gets mushroomed at the end. It basically gets pressed in. On the new one, you have 2 screws on each side. You have 2 bushings, and then you have the pin resting inside the bushings. When this wears out, you have to pull the pin out and put a new pin in. This one, you have to replace the bushings and check the pin, and then it's replaced. The new design is much more efficient. It prevents the frame from developing a wider hole. On the old stem, after you take the pin out, you might have to put in an oversized pin to compensate for the hole, because when you have metal on metal friction, sometimes the pin will get worn away, or sometimes the frame hole itself might get worn away. But with the new T-line design, that shouldn't be a problem, because the bushings will be wearing away instead of the frame part. So this stem should last forever. Okay, so the stem, it closes here like this. There's nothing in between here that prevents the top and bottom from moving left to right. So all the force, it's gonna be exerted onto the pin. On the T-line, it actually has 2 points. 1 point, you see these parts right here? When you fold it, this side will fit into here, like this. And you see how it interlocks right here? This side and that side, it's gonna prevent twisting motion. And you see this metal part here? This indent also, when you close it, this round portion here will fit into there. And that'll also prevent torque on the stem, okay? It's more stronger. When you close the clamp, it's gonna provide a solid lock compared to the old one. The old one is just a clamp and the pin. This one's got the pin, the clamp, and the design. It's much solider. That also makes one of the reasons why everything is really solid and a big upgrade from the original stem. Alright, so that's all we got for this stem. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright.